Enbridge exists to help fuel quality of life within communities where we work and operate. And we do this by partnering with organizations that champion solutions for safety, environmental, and social issues. Today we're here at Sarnia Solar, where we have partnered with Return the Landscape to do a large environmental restoration project. At the site we have over 1.3 million panels that lie on 650 acres of land. And we have reclaimed 200 acres of unusable land by planting tall grass prairie, making it the second largest grassland meadow in southwestern Ontario.
After the solar panels were put in, there was a lot of space left over that wasn't going to be utilized. So Enbridge decided to put it back to nature, and they did put in a lot of tall grass prairie, hundreds of acres. We're diversifying the prairie quite a bit, adding different species, and with Enbridge staff and students from various high schools, we've planted about 7,000 seedlings and about 20,000 tree seeds.
As a natural extension of the restoration work that has been done at Sarnia Solar, we've introduced over 400,000 bees as part of the pollinator program that is occurring at the site. One of the other pollinator programs is a milkweed for monarchs program, which includes planting of over 1,400 milkweed, which has seen throws of monarch caterpillars and monarch butterflies return to the site.
We've also put in a couple of wetland areas. There was a section of roadway that was flooding every spring, so that's where the water wanted to go. It made sense to dig that area out and draw the water away from the road and feeds the wetlands.
We do wetland restorations, reforestation, and tall grass prairie restorations. With the partnership with Enbridge, they invested $75,000 over the course of 5 years to reforest 2 farm fields, which equal about 140 acres, right around 75,000 trees planted. 5 wetland cells were created, and about 3.5 acres of prairie grass was seeded down. Immediately we're seeing wildlife more attracted to it, hanging out more in the areas that we restored almost instantly.
The Lower Thames Valley Conservation Authority has facilitated the project, and with that bringing wildlife back to the area through the creation of wetlands, planting trees, and restoring habitat. There is also an educational component. School groups and scouting troops visit the site for hands-on learning in everything from habitat conservation to hand planting. The 15 megawatt Amherstburg Solar Farm is located just outside of Amherstburg, Ontario, and that project has sponsored a demonstration wetland at the Holiday Beach Conservation Area.
So we're here at some of the lands that are associated with Holiday Beach Conservation Area, right on the shores of Lake Erie and some of the wetlands that bound Lake Erie. Lake Erie has had some very real and significant water quality issues, especially around blue-green algae, which has an impact definitely on how we experience our landscape, how beaches are experienced, how our fishing is experienced, how our waters are experienced. So we wanted to look at projects that would help address that very significant concern into the lake, and Enbridge was great at wanting to find ways of supporting that. It doesn't take long once you put a wetland in like this one before animals and species find it. There's been just a tremendous increase in the numbers of species that are out here, and you see that in footprints and tracks that are around the wetland, as well as the birds that are inside the wetland.
As part of our project with Essex Region Conservation Authority, we had discussed having classrooms come to the site to learn about native plants, wetlands in general, and the benefits to the environment. In Kincardine, the Underwood and Cruikshank wind farms, which are 190 megawatt projects, were looking to make a major contribution to the community. And one of those contributions was a $100,000 project for Phragmites management at the Brucedale Conservation Area. This project was chosen in collaboration with the municipality to help manage the Phragmites that were invading the area. Invasive Phragmites have had a significant impact on both local vegetation and wildlife by choking both out. As a result of this project, vegetation native to the area has started to regrow and wildlife has returned.
Over here we've got people taking aquatic still saws, trying to cut down some of the smaller areas that this aquatic truck soar can't get into. We have people on the shoreline actually going through and taking the biomass that has been cut down and removing that off the shoreline so we don't see it re-establishing itself in other spots along the shore.
The Invasive Phragmites Control Center has 2 truck saws. They're an amphibious unit, and they have cutting accessories that help us cut really thick Phragmites. And the big thing with these machines, they can not only cut the Phragmites, but they can also haul it out of the lake. So we're able to get about 5 tons of Phragmites removed per day.
Our 5-year partnership with Lake Huron Center for Coastal Conservation, as well as the Saugeen Valley Conservation Authority, has proven to be a very successful one. The transformation at Brucedale has been amazing. What was once unusable waterfront or shoreline has now become usable, and the residents at the site have been able to reclaim their use of the lake.
The partnership between Enbridge and the Lake Huron Center for Coastal Conservation has been incredible. Without their support and their constant help for this project, the work that we're doing here today wouldn't be possible.
Having Enbridge take something like this on it's amazing. Originally, when the project happened, I was calling it a game changer, because in Sarnia there's a lot of development, and with industry, areas are always being dug up, and so to be able to demonstrate post-construction remediation, it's a huge opportunity.
Fantastic people. Really made it a success because we were able to gather other partners and really make it a community thing, and I think that's what Enbridge really wanted to see.
We look forward to a continued partnership with Enbridge for many years to come. There's a lot of really great projects that we've got in this part of Ontario, in this part of Essex County, and we're really looking forward to more projects and programs with Enbridge that we can celebrate that tremendous partnership.
We would love the public to come and enjoy the sites. We hope to attract many visitors to these sites. We plan to install interpretive signage at a lot of the different sites to help people understand the work that's been done there, how it's a benefit to the environment, and what they can do to help promote environmental restoration as well.